Right guys, welcome to the 30th of April. It's Thursday afternoon and we're looking a bit stormy. So we're just looking out over the boys' winter field. We've had a bit of rain in the last day or two. Not very much, we're talking millimetres, but it has flushed up the ground a little bit. About half an inch of grass on it, and I don't know if you can see, but the muck keeps actually steaming away now. So what we'll do is I've pushed that side up already. I'll push all this into one. Hopefully I'll rot a bit more. So last couple of days have been workshop days. So I've been working on this again. Got the chute back on, got the flail sharpened a little bit and put back on. Done a bit of welding. You can probably see that bar's new. All the holes that were in it were elongated. So this flap was actually really flapping around. And I've also added a lifting eye as well, because I was sick of trying to lift this damn chute on my own. So just with a tractor is a little bit easier. But what I really need to do now is build a little hood for it. So what happens is he gets blown into there and then shoots out the back from the draft from the flail. So hopefully we'll get that sorted at some point. Which is getting there. It really wants that bottom cutting out of the tub as well and re-welding. But we'll see how we get on. And there's a little panel that I want to make just in there, just to close that chute up a little bit. Hopefully improve the draft on it. So that's one project getting there, hopefully. And then in here we have the next project. Shut that wind. Right, so this is a forklift mast. I bought it cheap the other day. The idea is that she'll fit onto the front A-frame of the track with the quick hitch A-frame. So this is, it's actually the wrong way around, it's upside down. So there's the A-frame there to hitch onto the back of the tractor. So the tractor will be on, well, the side that the concrete's on. I did cock up a little bit with this because they've actually taken the carriage off for the forklift itself and the chains that run up to the top and around the hydraulic ram. So I've only really got the length of this to lift with. But the only reason I've got this is because last year, for the ones that don't, well, the ones that were here, remember, we lost a little bit of hay. And I lost about 35 round bales last year myself. Because one, I couldn't get a trailer, and two, there's nobody to lift them on for me onto the trailer. So hopefully this is just enough to try and get me out of a sticky situation. So I think it's 9 foot long is this mast. The A-frame is, or should be about 2 foot up when the link cams are raised to the highest. So we're looking at about 11 foot lift on it. That A-frame there is going on with the spikes. If you look at my old videos, you'll see the spikes on the MB track from when I was baling and moving bales around. So they actually fold up. So the spikes are folded at the moment, which means when they're on the front of it, they're not poking out, trying to get people on the road. So I've welded a bit of box together and some locating lugs. And yes, my welding's not the best. I'm not a welder. So box across, that's for the top pin, and then welded across again. Cut a lug out there, so hopefully on the A-frame there's a Cat 2 and the Cat 1 pin, and those holes are actually Cat 1s. So one of those pins can locate into there, and then the other one drops down, and with the top pin through that hole there, it should locate it quite well. There shouldn't be any forward backward movement, it's only vertical lifting, so it should work quite well, hopefully. So yeah, the A-frame's welded on the other side with some 4-inch box welded on as well. You see that in there? It's not too bad, that. So it's boxed on that side, and on that side there. So it shouldn't move anywhere. Welded little bits and onto the frame, obviously. Same at the bottom as well. I've welded it on. Nothing's exactly straight. I can't cut box for love nor money with a grinder, but it's on. That A-frame fits, and that's all I want. So the next thing to do is get a pipe from there to the track. So I need to take that fitting off, take it down to my contracting lad. He'll make them for us, and then that should plug into those parts there. Yeah, that's about it. There's another bodge at the top because I didn't want to lose the ram. I was going to put a bit of 4-inch box in there, but I thought, well, a bit of wood would suffice, a bit of dampening as well. So A-frame on front of there, lift that up, and then it should have the mast up there. It'll probably come out just a bit higher than the cab line. So what I might do now is get a bit of red oxide and just paint what I've welded. I think it's going to be strong enough. I'm hoping it's going to be strong enough. I'm going to find out if it's strong enough. So yeah, it's not too bad. And that little welder has been a cracking little thing. That work zone one. It's done all this welding quite happily. No fuss, never stopped. Just knocked them through. But I do need some more rods now. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this is just going to be a stop gap for me. Eventually I want to get something to load properly with. So most likely a load all, possibly a tractor and loader. And I've got a second tractor as well then. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Should be interesting. I've also bought myself another welding mask as well. So this was an Amazon special. Not fancy, not flash. It's auto darkening on it because my other mask that's there, they stopped auto darkening. I think the battery's given out. It's a sealed battery unit. To be fair, I've had it for about 5 years anyway. So yeah, that turned up the other day. I've also got, I've moved the blooming thing now. Also got a couple of joints for that IBC as well. I've got one little, because I'm basically using IBCs when I'm spraying. If I can get across it, hang on. One day I'll get this workshop worked out. So there's a little funnel there, well, yeah, extension to go onto the bottom, onto where the tap is, down there. I've also bought that connector unit as well. Go across again. Ooh. So this is off Amazon again, and all this is if I can do it one-handed. Just a quick couple. So that end again goes on the bottom of that tank. That fitting then goes into there, and then hose pipe onto there, and hopefully we'll get linked up to either the sprayer itself or just into the hose so I can fill it through the top. But that should save my messing around too much. It should be quicker to refill rather than a 1/2-inch pipe. So that was something else I bought. Another project we did the other day was this. Now this is the fan and motor off the back of the track. So that sits on that radiator just there and blows air that way. Now somebody very kindly, previously I presume, had unplugged this and the fan was actually seized, which is brilliant. So I spent all last year driving around with the gearbox getting warm. I don't think anything's been damaged because I'm not using it that hard. But this is the original motor. So we've done a bit of a bodge job, and that motor is actually the old Clio motor. So that's out of my Clio car, is that motor, that fly lead. And what we had to do is make, don't know how we can see that in there, actually make a bushing to fit the back of the fan. So there's actually some screws in there. So drilled that out of the fan, took the headstock off the original motor here, off the Clio motor, had that turned down to fit, and then screwed this fan onto it, and then there's a lock nut in the middle to hold it all on. So if this ever burns out again, I just need a Clio motor and I'm good to go, rather than a Merc one, which I can't find at the moment, and I'd hate to think how much they are. So that was a bit of a bodge job, but it's kind of a good bodge. I just need to fit that back on now, make sure that works. And I think that's about it. Oh, we got some cherry in as well, some diesel in at a good price. So there's 1,000 litres.